Greetings and salutations, fellow gamers. Lukey P here with another episode of Let's Play Banished. So we're picking up where we left off from last episode. So I'm just getting this second gathering hut set up. I'm hoping this is going to stabilise food production, but if it doesn't, we will have to look at doing something a little more drastic. I say drastic, it will probably mean we'll build a third one. So at the moment we're just building this apiary as well to get some honey. And some beeswax which we can use to make candles, which will be helpful for our mines later on. One of our spare labourers in there. And let's get that forge up and running at last. Let's have a look at some of the paths people are travelling. You have to keep our eye on our food supply, I think. Stone. Five bits of stone, and that should be that, I think. There we go. I can start building. Interesting, looks like some kind of bush being grown on a stone, so you've got a good amount of stone out there. That's where most of our stone is, I think, now, as we're clearing this out so we can plant trees there in due course. Our food has turned the corner now as well. It's going back up. Slowly but surely. But go back to just 5 floating labourers, and we are out of tools again. Four people wandering around without tools, which is not that helpful, really. I'm thinking I might remove this structure. I think I will. Right, we don't need that anymore. Ah, because we've now got this as well. You've got 10 people without tools. Not great, but... all these things we can build in the future potentially, but right now we really just want iron. I do think possibly one more wooden house down here. Right, we've now got 5, so we're getting quite a lot of extra labourers out there now. So we can start building some more things. So do that. We got 40 lumber. Yep. These guys back to work. So we should now be getting iron tools coming out. There's rough tools. else. Our food is slowly creeping up. I may want to think about a third one somewhere. I'm just going to do some measuring out because I may try and fit a market midway between them to supply them both or something. Let's have a look. Small market. So if I set it there, let's just set it there and pause it. And let's pin that one as well. Let's have a look. So what we could do is put a gatherer's hut kind of down here. We could put houses along here. So that they are supplied by already done a great job at lining those up, have I? Let's try again. Okay, that might be enough for that. So we've got a storage barn, a gatherer's hut. We probably need a okay, so we got that. Just have a look at our hunting cabin. Pin that. Then let's put down a forester as well while we're Log stockpile. General stockpile. That do. So what will happen is some of our guys will go down there and start building these stockpiles, which means then it's easier to start clearing stuff out around it. We have got that small market, which I think I will look to build now, given I've got enough people. See if we can finish building the chandlery. Yeah, candles from beeswax. You've hit the limit again. Just ramp up the speed you make iron at. So I think this will be like my log for building purposes until I can start trading, at which point I won't really need to worry about things anymore. This guy's still planting. Soon I'll build that and I can then start converting a whole bunch of this stuff into well, I need to actually get it to the point where I'm cutting stuff down as well, thinking about it. So the log is down. What about the other stockpile? 50% complete. Okay. Let's collect up all that stone from around there. So that small market should be up and running. Getting some useful stuff to be able to so it can just about reach and supply these things, which is handy. Right, and let's really get our food on a good footing. So we're going to put these houses down, and that storage barn down, and then we'll get another gatherer's hut up and running. So we're in late summer of year 9. And all is looking pretty good, really. Just wondering about a town halls are useful. Kinda wouldn't hurt me to have that put down, would it? At some point. Right, so we've maxed out on that, so we're going to switch to lumber. There we are, so somebody's died of old age, which I think might be the first time that's happened, and we've needed somebody to replace them. So we're really not producing a lot of things. Are getting to maximum level, and candles are... we've run out of beeswax to make them with, so let's decommission that guy for now. I think that's often the case, that the apiaries and the don't quite supply enough beeswax for so we just need to decommission some of those roads, I think. How are we getting on? So we've got loads of food now, which kind of suggests this one round here might have been unnecessary, but that's okay. Well, I'm quite surprised the beekeepers out there. Kind of suggests these need to go down. We now need more population, really, I think. We can possibly drop that by 1, I think. Put that in there instead. Okay. Keep 4 and yeah, we do need more of these just to help the population grow a bit. So we're at 1,000, we've dropped down, but we've now got 200 lumber. In early spring, and the snow should start easing off soon. You can see we're getting more and more trees around this area. Have we finally cleared that? I think we have, which means we can throw down another apiary. Like that. There we go. We will need that town hall soon, because it's getting hard to keep an eye on. You know, I'm having to check furnace fuel there rather than be able to just look at that and necessarily trust that that's the right amount of industrial fuel, because that might be counting the coke fuel over here as well, I think. But yeah, let's get that second apiary down first. Good, that's going pretty sharpish. More educated. Here we go. Switch back to firewood. Okay. Need 105. Yeah. We've got plenty. can also chop down, I think, some of the trees in this area. But look, it ends there, which means these trees are all for grabs, so to speak. And then, you know, some of these may drop and regrow, and then you get more trees. So it's sometimes good to cut back to the edge of your gathering, harvesting area type thing. Let's so now at the point, you see, where we've now got too many labourers almost. Let's build the town hall. So I'm just having a little play with some of these to even them up. Because we've got a lot of spare. Probably start cutting down now as well. Okay, we're doing plenty fine, so we've got enough firewood. Food is pretty stable and we can put more down as we need. Yeah, generally all is going well, really. Do need to get some more clothes out there though. Need more stone. We've got lots of iron. See, we could make an iron storage thing there, except we have no furniture building packs yet. Let's just try and build some of these up. Like that. I do wonder if from these different types of tree we've been finding, like apple trees and stuff, we picked up any seeds. I doubt it, but this town hall will tell us when it's eventually built. that once again. It's a fair old while to build this town hall, but it is definitely worth it, because in this game the information it gives is really key. Or at least it used to be on earlier versions. We'll see what it's like on this version. How's our candle count going? 40. Which means when that runs out, yeah, we should be alright by that point. So let's have a look. Candles 48, beeswax 42, coke fuel we've got loads, furnace fuel we've got loads. Honey we've got a fair amount of, yeah. And I have no seeds or livestock. Just can tell you a bit about what's going on here. Production. So this is what's really useful. You can see this year we've used 6,300 and we've produced 8,700. So we are 2,300-ish to the good on food, which is a great situation to be in. Right. We can probably close that one down now because hide isn't that great. Look, see at where people are coming from. I do wonder about throwing a herbalist down somewhere. Town services maybe under health. Let's put it down there. All of this. Things getting removed. Things are getting built down here. Log limit. No, we want way more logs than that. Pretty much unlimited, to be honest. Let's go up to 4,000. Just have one in there for now. else down there? Have a look. Mushrooms. Just comparing it with this one out of interest. Yeah, okay. I was trying to use it as a comparison, but it's difficult to get them to add up to the same. A herbalist. Put a herb limit of 200. Let's put a herb limit of 300, so you can go out and collect herbs. Right, lots of labourers again, so I think probably what I'm going to do here is have a time check, because it might be time for me to take a break or to end this episode. So it's 45 minutes we've been recording for, so I think probably I will wrap it up there, because I'm getting a bit tired, because it's a little bit late at night. So you can see again we've run out of beeswax, so I'm just going to turn that one off. Yeah. So what we need is we need furniture packs, and to make furniture packs we need I'm sure there's a little like advice menu somewhere. That's it. Building supplies, and a packer makes that. Okay, I remind myself what those things are off camera. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. So thank you for watching. I hope you're finding this interesting. I don't claim to be an expert at this game, but I think I know how to get along okay. I've had some pretty immense towns on previous games where I filled up large quantities of the map, and yeah, at some point I will get my trading up and going, which really does completely change the game. completely change your economy, because you can in effect buy stuff in. You can trade loads of stuff you've got an access for. You can bring in raw materials specifically to process them. So one of my favourite things is you bring in thousands and thousands of logs, you have loads of sawmills, you chop them up into firewood, you sell them back for, you know, kind of 4 times the value you bought them for, and then you use all that trading power to buy all the seeds you want, to buy different types of food. You can often get pretty much unlimited food, because you can trade some food which might only be worth like 1 for firewood which is worth 4. So you import a log, you chop it up, you make it worth 4, you then trade it away and get 4 units of food for that. So yeah, and all you've really done is use the efficient sawmills to sort stuff out. So yeah, thank you as always for watching. I'm Nuki P, and I will see you again soon.